Hey, we're Colin and Meg. Together with our 2 daughters, we are currently on the adventure of a lifetime.
And thanks to Airbnb, we get to live anywhere for a whole year.
Follow along.
An unexpected feeling I had on our drive back from Denali National Park to Anchorage was that we were all excited to go home.
Our kids missed it, we missed it, and just being gone for a long weekend, we were excited to go back to it.
That was just a fun feeling that after 3 weeks of living somewhere and having our daily routine in that house, it felt like the place that we wanted to go back to.
So friends, Benny and Abby came for the last week, and we saved the best for the last. We took them to a ski resort. But not just any ski resort. This ski resort is only 45 minutes from our Airbnb in a town called Girdwood, and it has a tram that goes all the way up to the mountains. This tram came up multiple times in people's recommendations, but we kind of just left it in the back of our minds because it sounded very touristy and not too exciting. But it was such a beautiful day, we decided to try it out, and lo and behold, it is a gem.
Didn't look long from the base of the mountain, but I got a little nervous. Totally worth it though, because the views are gorgeous. The girls thought it was so fun, and the view from the top of the mountain was spectacular.
Thank you, Uncle Benny.
We're almost there. We're almost there. We made it.
We had no expectations, but once we got up there, wow. You get up there and you are free to roam around the mountains, and it is 360 views. It's gorgeous, it's near, you gotta do it. If you're landing in Anchorage, this would be one of the first places I would tell you to go see.
So our last weekend in Alaska, we wanted to go somewhere that we hadn't been before.
Homer, Alaska is another place that people have told us about. We got an Airbnb right on what's called a spit. It just juts out from the city of Homer, and on the spit itself, you can find restaurants and boat tours and small businesses, and so we got an Airbnb right on the spit. And so when you looked out our window, you can just walk onto the beach and you can see the bay and the mountains, and it's gorgeous. People have told us that the whale tours have ended because a lot of the whales have migrated and are headed towards Hawaii.
But I called a water taxi company, and they said, yeah, we'll take you on a wildlife tour, and kind of set the expectation of seeing some sea otters and some really awesome views. And so we decided that that was worth our time, and so we headed down and got on the boat.
And our captain says, what's on your bucket list today? And I said, you know, it'd be cool to see some icy, snowy peaks and some sea otters. And she said, you don't want to see whales? I saw one on the way here. We should go see whales.
I bring back and forth.
We were on the boat, we got out into the water to the Kachemak Bay, and it is gorgeous. You are surrounded by mountains and glaciers and forests and the cleanest water, and the day was sunny. It was just a beautiful day. Just got told that there are multiple of them in the bay, so let's hope we see them.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Is that a whale?
In front of us, yeah.
All right.
See that boat right there? It came up right behind her.
And after about 40-45 minutes of going around the bay, we saw our first spout.
This whole month that we've been in Alaska and we're driving and we see something beautiful, and Colin always says, girls, look at that mountain, look at that animal, look at that moose. And Liv, the way her car seat is in our little car, she can't really see out the window, and so all month it's just her from the back seat saying, but I can't see it. But it was cool because I was on the boat with her, holding her when we saw our first whale, and I said, look right there, and she, you know, was trying to look, and as soon as she saw his tail like flip up, and she said, I can see him, I can see him. I just got teary-eyed because I was like, yes, this is awesome. Like, just sharing that experience with our kids is so much fun. I'm so thankful that we get to do this with them.
We saw a whale! Oh my goodness! He was like so big, we got the tail, the mouth, he ate the fish, and he did everything!
Oh my goodness.
I think Daddy's waiting for me.
Okay, bye.
Did not get National Geographic style footage. I am so sorry. Just a humble little vlog here. But what we did get to see was all of a sudden there was a whale in this corner. 5 minutes later there was a whale in another corner. I don't know how many whales there were. It felt like there were 6, maybe there were just 2. But they were all around us. You would see a spout, and then all of a sudden you would see his fin coming up. And then you would see, we saw 2 flukes that day. But the most amazing part was, it was so picturesque. At one point our boat had stopped, and you see these fresh snow on top of the mountain with the birds and the sky and the clouds, and all of a sudden this whale just comes up and he's lunge feeding. So he opens his mouth and gets out of the water, and at one point he opens his mouth real wide, and we got to catch that on camera. Again, sorry, it's not the best footage. I'm so sorry. Go YouTube this somewhere else. But we got to see it in such a beautiful place. And so that was really the cherry on top for Alaska for us.
So leaving Alaska was bittersweet. Of course, we are excited to continue this journey and see and experience new things, but it truly, after a month of being there, felt like home.
This place is so special. I'm so thankful that we can now say, yeah, we lived in Alaska for a month. It's not too long, but we got to see a lot of Alaska.
And as we were leaving our Airbnb and heading to the airport, it was just this feeling of, man, I don't know when we'll ever be back. I don't know how long it will be. And that part just felt a little sad because of how much we loved calling Alaska home for the last month. You really can feel settled only spending 1 month at a time in a place. I mean, we felt rooted. The last week we were there, I got around without using my maps on my phone. I mean, just these little things that make you feel like you have a rhythm, and especially for our family and that rhythm that we had developed during our time there, it truly felt like we were calling Anchorage, Alaska home.
So guys, go to Alaska. Please do. Don't wait till you're 50. I told myself that I was only gonna go when I was quote unquote retired, and I was gonna go on a cruise to Alaska. But don't wait. The next vacation you have, you want to experience nature, see wildlife, go to Alaska.